Hello and welcome to my unboxing and first look at the Tyranid Tyrannocyte. One of these models will cost you £38, which is a fair bit more than your typical sort of Space Marine drop pod. This isn't a Space Marine drop pod. It's sort of like a Tyranid drop pod. Well, it is, but it's got a lot more weapons on it. It can lash out once it sets down. You've got another option in here, which you can turn it into a sporocyst with a mucolid spore and spore mines. There's the mucolid, there's the spore mines. So a lot of options here for this model. At the time of release, I think Tyranids were waiting a long time for their drop pods, and I think I said ages ago that many years ago that I wish Tyranids would have drop pods, because you know, how else do organisms and stuff get from the big hive fleets and hive ships, which size is uncomprehendable compared to anything that the Imperium have. These things are thousands more times larger than even the biggest Imperial ships, but still. That being said, it's here, so that's great. It's really grown on me, especially this really attractive hole. So yeah, it's £38. Now Sly's lent me his knife again, so I can just cut that open with ease. Now, quite a thick box, I think you'll agree. Quite thick compared to, say, a Toxicrene, which is £6 more. Not the most expensive Tyranid model, but it's definitely up there. You know, it's more than a Trigon, more than a Hive Tyrant. So let's see, I'm thinking 4 sprues, nope, 3. So it's 3 sprues here. Okay, and that looks like it's caught. Okay, that's all right. So we'll go through them all individually. Let's have a look at this biggest one first. Look at that, get these big fleshy parts. This is the mucolid. Wow, that's bigger than I thought, that mucolid. These big claw things, which are kind of like air brakes. So when it's flying down, these sort of open to slow its speed, and it doesn't like crash down into the planet. It typically slows and then expels a Tyranid organism. That's part of the entry point. I can't even put my finger in it. Oh no. And then you've got some claws, and then you've got part of the tentacles. This thing is throbbing with tentacles. Then you've got these sprues, which look exactly the same. So we do, in fact, have a duplicate sprue. So you're basically getting 2 sprues for your £38, because this is a duplicate one. They're exactly the same, these two. So there you go. You get 2 more fleshy parts and 2 more kind of air brakes, and the same for that sprue. So I think you're getting 6 spore mines, which is incredible for this kit. So you're getting a mucolid, 6 spore mines, and the Tyrannocyte or sporocyst, whichever you want to choose for it. So yeah, it is a bit of a funky looking model. I think it's going to look great with all of the Tyranid creatures that I'm building at the moment. It really fits in with what I'm creating. You get this big base here. The model, if you wanted to know, was 2013. So again, a lot of these Tyranid models seem to be 2013, 2014. They haven't had much love since, you know, from 3 or 4 years ago. But they have had the new codex, which is fantastic. You get all the bases, and there are 6 bases there for the spore mines, and then you get the base for the mucolid. So there you go. It shows you right there, look. So there's the 6. The Tyrannocyte and the mucolid. So in fact, you are getting 8 models. The way you got to look at it, you are getting 8 models in this kit for £38. So it's not like you're just getting a drop pod for £38. You are getting lots of other things. And obviously, if you get another one of these, you're going to have 12 of spore mines. So that's excellent. This just is the instruction book. It goes through everything. It wants you to put all the fleshy bits together, and then all the vents, and then the carapace air brake things. This shows you the base of the Tyrannocyte. lower body, and then you just join the lower and the upper together, and then you put the carapaces on, and then you're pretty much almost good to go then. So quite a straightforward model. I think possibly the mould lines are going to be a bit of a pain, but I think I've already decided that I'm going to put venom cannons on mine. I think they are. There's just something about that strength 8 weaponry that I want to put on. Yeah, the other options pump out more shots and things, but and then this is the instructions for the spore assist and the mucilid. There you go. So great instructions, great looking model, really chuffed to build this. It looks quite straightforward, only 3 sprues. So what I'll do is I'll go away and build it and give you a separate review video where I'll do some size comparisons, of course, because I think this is quite a large model. So I hope you join me for that video. In the meantime, thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching for the Norn Queen.